In this video, I'm going to show you a little technique of how to set up Image Composer so that what you see is what you get when you print. So Image Composer, when you open it for the very first time, looks something like what you can see on the screen in front of you. And so what you need to do is you need to make some slight adjustments in order for this to be successful. So the best thing is to utilize Image Composer at a zoom ratio of 50%. So on this zoom here, choose 50%. And you'll see now that the block has got even smaller. There's your composition space. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to adjust these horizontal lines downwards until they just fit on your screen, depending on the size of your screen. So if you have a 17-inch like this screen in front of you now, then an A4 piece of paper will not work on the screen. So you need to have a horizontal measurement of less than the screen. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I just went to get an A4 piece of paper. Okay, so what you need to see is that, sorry for all the bumping, is that this area needs to be the size of an A4, its length. So I'm going to grab this one line. It's fairly easy to get hold of this line and drag it. Okay, so you can just pull it left and right with your mouse. Okay, and then I'm going to put the paper so that it lines up on this edge. Okay, over here, and then I'm going to pull the other line until it's the size of the A4 piece of paper. Okay, so let me do that, and perhaps we need to adjust the zoom a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to grab the edge here, pull it along, and make sure it's A4 size. A little bit more. So there we go. Let's try that. If you have someone to help you, that's fine. There we go. Near as damn it, 100%. And this way, it's not correct. Okay, so in the up and down dimension, it's not correct. Let me just zoom out a little bit more so you can see. You'll see that it is the paper is wider. Okay, but we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so what does this mean? What have we just done? What we've effectively done is we've made the page A4 length, okay? So the horizontal width is A4 size, exactly the same. So when you put an object, I'm just going to make an object quickly. I'm just going to make a square. And let's say I made this object 50 by 50, which is something like that. Okay, and I wanted to print this object out, and I want it to be exactly the same size as it is on the screen, because that's what I'm showing the customer. So now, when I print, I want it to be that size. So what happens here is when you press the printer icon, which is this fourth block along, and when you press that and you choose your printer, you'll see that the print options is selected best fit. So what best fit does is it stretches the composition space, which is this white area that you see, until such time as it fits on an A4 piece of paper. But because I made the length of it, the width, okay, the size of an A4, when it prints, it will print A4 size. So now if I click this OK button, send this to the printer, this square will be exactly the same size on the paper as it is on the screen. Okay, so that's really cool, but how do we make this so that I don't have to do this every time I open Image Composer? Well, Image Composer have made it really, really simple. So you click on File, and when in the drop down you'll see it says Composition, that's the white square, Composition Setup. You click on that and a box opens. In this box, you have the current composition size, and then you have new composition defaults tab. At the bottom here, you'll see it says use the current. So the measurements that I've just made now, if I click this button, the program will take the size of the composition space and it'll put them in the two boxes. So immediately the boxes change and they are ready. You then click apply. Okay, and once you've applied it, when you close Image Composer, which I'm going to show you now, I'm not going to save this little block. When you open it again the next time, watch what happens. It automatically changes the zoom to 50%, and the composition space is automatically A4 width. Okay, so for across is A4 width, and it's ready to print everything at the correct size. So I hope my explanation is clear on how to set up Image Composer so that you can print any item the correct size on paper.